Live in a couple secs.
Hi, this is Dominic Keating. I played Lieutenant Malcolm Reed on Enterprise, as you probably know, and you are listening to the NX 7062 podcast. Enjoy.
Hello. Welcome to the NX 7062 podcast. I am, as always, your host, Stephanie K, and it is Monday night, and here we are. Here I am in what is actually a very warm New Jersey. I always give a weather report for some reason when I start my show, just so people know. Hanging out in New Jersey, it's actually still warm. I had the top down on my car today and everything. And speaking of warm, live with us all the way from Los Angeles, California, my guest tonight, the one and only Raymond Litster. Raymond, I've known you for 3 years. How the hell do you pronounce your last name?
So think of it as two words, lit and stir, Litster.
Litster. For some reason,
it's cold in LA right now. And
is it cold? How cold is it in LA right now?
I don't know, 50? The heat's on. I have my heat on.
Oh my God. See, 50 for me would be like sleeping weather, and I wouldn't be cold. It wouldn't bother me.
I think it's 50. I don't know.
I keep talking to everybody. Well, I'm coming out to LA, COVID, whatever, hopefully cross fingers. I'm coming out to LA the end of December. And I'm talking about sitting out by the pool, and everybody's like, oh, it's 62. It's going to be cold. I'm like,
sitting up by the hot tub, maybe.
No, I'll do the pool. I'm going to do. Randy already knows. I'm like, dude, you work. I'm going to go sit out by the pool. I can't wait. I haven't seen you. This is the longest I think we've gone without seeing each other since we've met.
When was the last time? It wasn't Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was February.
Gallifrey.
It was February. We did Gallifrey 1 together.
For a cause.
For a cause. Pizza for a cause, baby.
For a cause.
Pizza for a cause. No, because so everybody knows this. Raymond and I met, and I had to do the math on this because I had to figure out when we met. It was 3 years ago. It's shore leave.
Yeah.
It was suggested by somebody that I introduced myself to you. I'd already met Chase a couple of times, but it was suggested that I introduced myself to you, and we hit it off. And that was that's the first time I talked to Aaron Eisenberg. And like I said, I knew Chase, but I didn't know you. And then that was it.
Here we are.
3 years later, talking about the wonderful way that Star Trek brings people together for causes.
And friendship.
Exactly. I mean, I have to say, since I got back, and my listening audience, everybody knows this, but since I got back into Star Trek in 2016, I have absolutely built a family out of all the amazing people that I've met, and you are definitely one of them. And we're matching shirts tonight. We're doing our Be Kind thing. Have to let everybody know. And all of these wonderful items plus masks. I actually have a mask that matches this.
You have one that matches this too.
Matches it? You mean the one that I invented? Excuse me? That everybody can go to bekindmerch.org. You can order these as tank tops, t-shirts. Do you have long sleeve shirts? Long sleeve shirts.
Kids, hats, mugs, buttons.
I saw you make those 120 odd buttons the other night. Absolutely.
Wasn't that yesterday? I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah. But that shirt, that red glitter.
Oh, yeah. The Red Alert. I named it the Red Alert.
No, I told you how to name it the Read Alert. We had this discussion. It's the Read Alert.
I can't hear you.
But yeah, it's the red, my Red Alert, because you weren't sure if red glitter on black would look good, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
No, we're doing the hearts and sorry, I'm backwards. We're doing the hearts in red, and then this actually is my favorite now. It's kind of festive and it's kind of cool.
Yeah, but we had a discussion because you're like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, red glitter. What else do you want? No, just.
Oh, yeah, and I said that would inspire a post, which you were so gracious to do, because saying that we can custom make if someone wanted something different.
Yeah.
So I make these all by hand, so I can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. And I highly recommend it because Raymond, if you were looking at the posts, you notice that Raymond is you are the VP of. You do it because your title with Pop Culture Hero Coalition is.
It just changed recently. So creative strategy and community outreach, I believe.
Something like that, yep.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, that's a bit.
But you and Chase,
we had trouble trying to think of what my title was exactly because I kind of do a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to fit. See, Travis agrees. All right, so Travis, you got to go order. You can order that as a tank, a tee, or a mask, or all three, and you will be supporting Chase Masterson's Pop Culture Hero Coalition, which is the very first 501c3 for anti-bullying.
I think Alberto's up there adding them onto the site now because this was never on there before.
Thank you, Alberto.
Thank you, Alberto.
But that also brings us to the reason that I invited you on tonight, besides the fact I've been begging you to do this for God knows how long, is you have a very exciting event coming up on the 13th.
Yeah, so I've been wanting to do a Star Trek panel since after everything kind of fell apart after the cruise. We have such good connections with so many wonderful Star Trek actors. I wanted to put this together, and I mentioned it to probably a dozen actors over the last half a year, and they all wanted to do it. The issue was we were nervous to do it because of obligations when people had to do different things for Vegas. We didn't want them to, if they did this, then it wouldn't look good if they were doing that, something that was paid versus not paid. So we just thought we should hold off until the time was right. And now that everything's canceled again, now is the right time. So I was originally going to do it during the month of October, and I just did the Taylor Dane event. And then I decided, or actually it was Chase's idea to hold off for World Kindness Day, which is the 13th of November.
And you have this incredibly impressive list of Star Trek people that you are doing, and it's called Trek Talk. And I have to say this because, speaking of Trek Talk, hi Reed. Reed the cat is here, but he's so big and there's very little room in my little, what I've created with the green screen. I've created like this little cubby, and Reed just can't,
there's a pattern of Reed developing in this conversation.
Anyway, speaking of Enterprise, you sent me this amazing list of all these stars that are going to be joining you, including Harry Judge, and what you wrote next to Harry was 3 Tellarites. So I immediately write back, oh, was he in Enterprise? You're like, no, he was in Discovery. And I'm like,
he played 3 different Tellarites on Discovery.
In Discovery, but the minute you said Tellarites, all I could think of was all the times that they were on Enterprise. But this wasn't one of the Enterprise Tellarites. But you also you said the whole first discussion is with disco people. We've got Mary Chieffo and Harry, and let's see. Is it Patrick Kwok? Lieutenant Rice. And Ronnie Rowe Jr. and Rekha Sharma. We love Rekha. Rekha actually designed one of your shirts.
Yeah.
The purple shirt, which is on my shopping list. Let's see. Oh, and we can't forget this, one of my absolute favorite drag queens in the entire universe, the one and only lovely Jackie Cox.
Yeah, I reached out to Jackie and Pandora because I think of all, for anyone that's a RuPaul person, those two were kind of the sci-fi and Star Trek experts and fans from the show. And I've been working with the two of them with the comic book and other panels. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of cross fandoms and kind of mix up the panel a little bit.
Jackie doesn't really have any Discovery cosplay that I've seen. I did see Jackie has
number one. Right? She did number 1.
Right, but and I was getting there. Yeah, she does. She does number 1, but not. That's more like Enterprise-y. Like she doesn't have the blue jumpsuit that everybody on the Discovery has. She went classic and did the yellow number 1, which she looks amazing. She absolutely looks amazing. I want one of those shirts. And
yellow?
Yeah, I want a yellow yeah. My 2 things I would cosplay as is either get one of those yellow shirts or Mirror Universe Enterprise, but we got to tone up the tummy first because that's all midriff. So we got to tone up the tummy.
That's what I've been focusing on for 6 months stuck at my house.
I know. You would think with COVID I would be better, but I'm terrible with it. But Johnny wants you to contact him. I guess he wants to PR Celebrity. That's Johnny's company, and you can follow it on Facebook. And he's got some amazing clients. And of course, if I've
had it on Facebook before.
Yeah, if I'm going to shout out any of Johnny's awesome clients, it's going to be John Billingsley because Enterprise, and I got to stick with the theme.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Johnny's awesome. People should totally follow Johnny and PR Celebrity. In fact, Johnny just did a live event in Galveston, Texas this past weekend. So, yep, see, he's got Teao Coco, I think, is one of his clients as well.
Yeah, we just talked on Facebook also.
Okay, yeah, Johnny's awesome. I haven't talked to Johnny in a while, so I'm so excited to see Johnny here tonight. So that's the first hour, is this discussion with all the disco people?
Yeah, so originally I was going to do shorter panels and just make it like 1 hour event. Mm-hmm. But I ended up kind of going overboard, and it ended up being two giant separate panels. So I'm just going to do one big event, and I'm actually recording more with a few surprise cameos tomorrow, and I'll have an intro.
And he wouldn't even tell me who these people were. But the other set of celebrities that we are allowed to talk about is Robin Curtis and Elizabeth Donnelly. She was Commander Shelby, the person you loved to hate in Best of Both Worlds. And let's see who else. We got Jacqueline Kim, and who played Damara Sulu, and that was in Generations. Thank you. And Robert O'Reilly, who has done this show and who I absolutely adore. I love Bob. He is so much fun. And
token guy. I said we could have let one guy on just to have a token guy on the team.
And Bob's so much fun. I love talking to him. I've interviewed him a couple times.
I've been trying to get him on a panel forever, and it just never worked out. So this worked out. See, something good out of COVID.
I was going to say, the one good thing about COVID is all these people that are trapped. And it's like, well, you're not doing anything. So just, isn't that kind of how I ended up getting Chase to do?
Maybe.
Yeah, because she did the show when we were just audio only. She did it back in, not April, maybe March, or... Yeah, I think it was right. No, it might have been February. It might have been like the end of February. So right when things were starting to kind of get shut down. And can't forget one of your Go-Go's is also doing the panel. You're like Star Trek, and let's throw in some music.
Again, for the other one, I thought Jackie was a fun tie-in, but with this, Jane is a huge Star Trek fan, and actually she mentions on the panel her bucket list was to be on Star Trek. So she has her cameo in Star Trek 4, and she talks about how kind Leonard Nimoy was. And
wow.
Yeah, so it was really a fun, organic group that you would never picture this group together in a talk, because it doesn't really make sense. But the organic chemistry that developed in this conversation, I don't know if I was on a high for 4 hours of recording these events, not like a high from that, a high from like how fun it was. But it was such a great conversation and such a great combination of people. It was really fluid. It was amazing.
And if anybody wants to see it after it's all put together and pretty, where can they see it?
So Superhero IRL is our social media, and I will be posting the links on this Thursday, right?
Yeah. It's right. I just realized tonight there is a Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
So, but how did you end up getting involved with Chase in the first place, and ended up working with Pop Culture Hero Coalition? I'm not sure I ever heard this story.
Really?
I might, or I'm just saying that so that you can tell everybody, and I'm lying. I don't.
We met at Nichelle Nichols' birthday party. Did you know that? I don't know.
I might have heard that.
Yeah, we met at Nichelle Nichols' birthday party, and it was just completely random that we were the same person. we clicked and kind of compared notes, and we made a date to go out for coffee the next day and compared notes, and we're literally the same person. Alberto gave us the nickname Chaseman because we never stop working. We're always on our phones doing 25 things at once and thinking of the next 20 things to do, and we don't rest. And we both work on pop culture 24/7. So.
And Chase is one of my favorite Star Trek people. You're one of my favorite Star Trek people. There's just so much love in the Star Trek universe, I think. And the one show that I wanted you to be on, and I guess our schedules just didn't work out, was when we were talking about how Star Trek inspires people. I think, the idea of IDIC and everything, and how not only does it bring people together, but I think it really does inspire people to do things like Pop Culture Hero Coalition. Yeah. What really brought it home for you was Pop Culture Hero, when you met Chase, she had already started Pop Culture? Because it's not really that old. She'd
already been doing it for a couple of years. She founded this organization with Carrie Goldman, and her daughter had been bullied at school for carrying a Star Wars lunchbox. So she had posted on social media, and Peter Mayhew responded and said that it's cool that she's carrying a lunchbox. And then Chase and Peter and Carrie all became friends, and Chase and Carrie founded the organization. And then I just jumped in, and we've been thick as thieves ever since.
Yes, exactly. And then we get to do things like Pizza for a Cause at conventions, which we can't wait to start getting back to that. Gallifrey 1, unfortunately, we were already talking to them about doing 2021, but they've pushed it out to 2022. So hopefully we'll all be there in 2022 handing out pizza. For those of you that don't know the story, might as well tell you,
I didn't do it.
No, it was all Chase. This is what happened. We were all together at Gallifrey 1, and I was there with Lambda Quadrant, and you were there with Pop Culture, and Chase got this brilliant idea Saturday night to order pizza, like 4 or 5 pizzas, and just sell them for a slice to raise money for Pop Culture. And we did it Saturday night, and it worked really well. And so then Sunday night, she decided she wants to do it again. And I got roped into walking around with one of these boxes of pizza, and I was I just started walking up to people with pizza for a cause. And it worked.
I couldn't. I refused.
Yeah, I know. I was just, it's just so funny. You're like, really? But somebody actually bought off of me an entire pizza for $70.
Yeah. No, it killed. It was great, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great.
I was exhausted and burned out. It was a long day, and there was no way I was going to walk around selling pizza. I couldn't.
I was just so excited to just have something to do. I didn't want it to end. I didn't want the day to end because
it was so funny though. I couldn't stop laughing watching everyone, and you guys saying that over and over was freaking hysterical.
We might have to do it in Vegas.
All right.
Might have to do it. Well, I don't know how, depending on how the Rio feels about pizza deliveries and where we're all are, COVID style. But we might all be having to wear masks and rubber gloves to do it though. But
yeah.
No, because Randy and I ended up having to go get the pizzas the next night. That was, oh my God, that was.
Is it really 2 nights?
Yes, because it worked so well on Saturday. Remember, because everybody was leaving. We were like standing outside the closing ceremonies.
So I refused 2 nights. What a jerk.
You are. Oh my God, I can't believe you still work with them.
That's funny.
I didn't do it much the first night because I was helping with the Lambda Quadrant stuff, but Sunday night I just couldn't get out of it, and Randy and I went and drove and got the pizzas, and then I ran them. Yeah. But no, seriously, if you ever have a chance to go to a convention and Pop Culture Hero Coalition has a booth, he's going to be there. He's going to be there, and Chase is going to be there, and
we'll be at the Trek Vegas. It's not Star Trek Vegas anymore. The 55-year mission.
Yes, the 55-year mission. They have 80-some people, 80-some guest stars.
We'll be at the Trek event when it gets scheduled.
They're still using, it's funny. I was just having this conversation.
The other one, in the other location.
Oh.
We'll be at both of them.
Do we know anything about the other one?
I don't think. I don't think I officially know. Do I?
Yeah, in case
I
anybody,
I don't know. I think I've seen other people say things on social media that are true. So I mean, I think someone must know somewhere. I just don't want to be the one that has a big mouth. I don't want to be a gossip, so I don't know.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. It's another location and a new group.
A new company. That's all we can say is the reason that, in case anybody out there is wondering, Creation doesn't have the license anymore because CBS gave it to somebody else. Yeah. And somebody else's are going to have an official.
They already posted it because it was supposed to be in April. So I think if you go to their site, whoever they are, you can.
We're not at liberty to say because we don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not a secret. I just don't want to be the one that says it and someone's like,
yeah, but
so sorry.
But there is going to be an official Star Trek convention. We just don't know if there's going to be one in 2021.
It's true.
They might be on
a cruise too, if all hoping.
2022 cruise, which is going to be it's still slated to be an Enterprise cruise. They just announced Chase at the end of October. Chase is now part of the crew, so we can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I may have to stow away in your luggage if you go, because it's an Enterprise cruise. So far, Connor and Anthony and John Billingsley are going to be there. So I need to be there. Because I promised you I'd sing.
We're planning on going. I mean, I'm already looking at my room, so.
I promised I'd sing for you again.
It's true.
This is how
we do.
What?
This is how we do.
This is how we do, because when I went on the cruise in seems like forever ago. Which cruise did I go on? I went on the 2019 cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went on the 2019 cruise. And
it was last year. You act like it's so long ago.
I know, because it feels like it's so long ago. Okay. And Chase, for those of you that don't know, Chase has an amazing voice. She has a bunch of CDs out. Jazz Cocktail's the only one I can remember the name of because that's the one that I own.
It's a good name.
Yes, and I have it autographed. I bought it off of her in 2016 when I met her, and she was so sweet. She autographed that, and then she autographed my Vienna CD. But Chase has an amazing voice, and she hosted karaoke the first night, and Raymond was on the fence about going at one point, and I said to Raymond,
karaoke, yeah.
No, you weren't going to go on the cruise. And I said to you at one point, I said, because we were in Albany, and I said, if you go on the cruise, I will sing for you for your birthday.
I don't have birthdays. But yeah, you did sing for me. And I
did sing for you. I did. And you picked like the worst song. You picked Let the River Run because you're such.
Well, because I went on that boat where Carly Simon sings, and it was ridiculous. I was like, whoa, this is like the movie. So it was kind of exciting.
Raymond is okay. Like I said, Star Trek brings amazing people together to form these amazing friendships. But I will tell you that he almost got pushed off the Staten Island ferry because we were in New York and he'd never been on the ferry before. And I am such a New Yorker. And I usually like to go in from New Jersey. I usually like to take the ferry because it's free and it's every half an hour. And it's a great way to go in the city, especially when the weather's nice. And we are standing in line to get ready to go on the boat. And the one thing I know about when you're in New York, anybody that ever goes to New York, try not to look like a tourist. It's the best. It's just try. It's so much easier. Like if I have to get on my phone to try and see where I'm going, at least I'm not carrying like a map. And so I don't look like a tourist.
I didn't care.
And he didn't care. And he's like, is this the Carly Simon boat? I was like, oh God. And it is the Carly.
I had to look it up on my phone, and then I had to play it for all the passengers. So they could get into the theme of things.
So Raymond, yes, all these people that live on Staten Island or live in New York City and hear this all the time from all the little tourists, and he's sitting there going, oh my God, this is the Carly Simon boat we're singing. And I said, if you sing, you're getting thrown off the boat.
I don't sing, but I thought if I owned this boat, I'd want to play that music video and make this a lot cooler. It was kind of boring. So
somebody look up how old Working Girl is, because this has been going on for how long? And the boat is in the video. And so I told him that I would sing for him for his birthday. And he picked Let the River Run. And I had to learn that song. And it's a very hard song.
Chase was impressed.
Was she?
Yeah.
Aww. Well, that was the other thing is I sing karaoke a lot. And but I get nervous when I'm singing in front of people that I know, like that are professional singers, because I don't know how good it's going to be. So that needs
For karaoke this year, Wilson Cruz came and sang.
Oh my God!
Beck came and sang. All the people. Anson came. They all came and crashed our event, and they all were up there singing. It was amazing.
So these are literally reasons why people need to go on the Star Trek cruise, because you never know who is going to show up to karaoke. When I was singing, I only did karaoke. There's karaoke every night, and I did karaoke 3 times. I did karaoke with Connor twice, and then I did karaoke with Chase. And the first night that I sang with karaoke with Connor, I did this really awful version of Me and Bobby McGee. And Denise Crosby was sitting right down front trying to help me along. She was contributing. It was just this horrible version. It was too slow and it was awful. And but it was really fun. But Connor's always funny when we were doing karaoke. So
everybody's drinking, so they're not going to judge you.
Yeah, exactly. And Denise,
they won't remember or notice.
I couldn't get Connor to sing with me. Connor won't sing with me. I always wanted him. Dominic will sing with me. Connor won't sing. I've gotten Dominic to sing with me a couple times in Vegas. But Connor just kind of, I'm like, come on. He's like, nope. He just makes funny noises and acts. But definitely Star Trek. I think there's still cabins left for Star Trek The Cruise 2022.
I think people are afraid that it's going to get canceled again. So I think the last few people are holding off. I think that's my 2 cents, I would guess.
Yeah, because there's a lot. Yeah, people don't know what cruising is going to be like. I mean, I came back sick. I was sick the day we got off the boat. When we got back to port, and then I was sick for at least 2 weeks after. And that's with washing my hands and being careful and using hand sanitizer. And that was just on a regular year before all of this happened. So I can understand why the cruise industry is being like wicked careful. Yeah. But highly recommend Star Trek The Cruise. It's the most amazing thing, because you're going to bump into these people. You're going to bump into the celebrities all over the boat.
And there's more people that are going to be on the next one that they haven't announced yet. Right? It says more to come or whatever, right?
It says more to come. I was hoping, obviously, that they were going to announce Dominic and Linda, because I think
there's going to be some new people, because they don't have any really representation from the new shows. So my guess is they're going to have some new people.
But
newer Trek actors.
But again, and Travis is going to back me up on this, 2021 is the 20th anniversary of Enterprise. And Enterprise is already getting shafted because...
You're the only one that knows that. I'm just kidding. I'm totally
my God.
I'm joking.
Oh my God.
Kidding.
I thought we were friends. Jeez. I'm busting on my Enterprise stuff. What am I going to do with you? But no, it's a big deal. It's like every other series gets to celebrate its anniversary. And then, of course, Enterprise is, people are carrying over. This is Voyager's 25th anniversary. People are carrying it over into 2021 because of all the stuff that's gotten canceled. I don't think Creation's going to even be doing anniversaries, because they're doing, it's Star Trek's 55th. It's Creation's 50th. It's supposed to be, it would have been Gene Roddenberry's 100th birthday. Can you tell I spend way too much time on this website? But they haven't said anything about Voyager or Enterprise's anniversaries, because they missed Voyager's because they had to cancel for this year.
Well, they're still doing the documentary.
Are they screening the doc? I know they're doing one. Are they screening it? And is that what they're supposed to?
I don't know when it's done, but I mean, they're recording it right now.
I would just like you to know, Travis, I actually have a Trip Tucker ornament from the first go round. I have
Hallmark ornaments now.
They made them when the show was out. They made them. I have an NX-01 ornament, and it hangs off of a base, and if you push the button on the base, it's Captain Archer talking. I have the Trip Tucker in the EV suit, but it doesn't look anything like Connor.
You got the Klingon ships.
Those are the only. Do you really expect me to have Christmas ornaments?
I don't do Christmas trees. Originally, I was gonna hang a nylon thread and have a I never did, but I have.
I really, you know what I wanted? I wanted to do that with like Darth Vader. I always wanted to get like the Darth Vader Hallmark ornaments and like just string them, like you get the lights, because the thing is the ones that talk need power. So you have to string them on.
Well, the newer ones I think you can plug right in. You just remove a light bulb and plug it in. The old ones were different.
I have friends that have.
Well, the old ones did that. The old ones had the plug, and the new ones have batteries.
Oh, okay. I have friends. Shows you how much I know about Christmas ornaments. I have friends that have.
Correct. I think I'm right.
You probably are.
You plugged into you took a light bulb out and plug them in.
All right. So Travis,
I have some of them. I have the Deep Space Nine station. See.
I have I have friends that have the original Galileo shuttle. Think it was like the first Hallmark Star Trek ornament.
I got it.
The one where Spock to Enterprise.
Happy.
My friends have that one. That's the first. They have that one. They hang it They have cats though, so I think they pretty much stopped doing Christmas trees because
people and your damn cats.
Hey, cats are awesome. I don't know. Is Reed still? Nope. Oh, Reed is that no? Oh, Reed got swapped out. Stevie's down there now. I don't even pay attention. They're all just like I said. If anybody's missing Podcat, he has just retired. I'm not going to force him to do anything. I asked him. He's in the bedroom. It's across the hall. And I was like, you're going to come in? And he's just sitting on the chair like, eh. So, all right. So if everybody has to, let's get back on top. Not anybody that watches the show knows I completely go off on tangents. It's fun of owning your own podcast. So I think I got this right. At Superhero IRL is everywhere. That's what you guys have everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just posted really cool promos for each panel has its own promo, and I did one for Jane Wheatland since she's providing the music. I thought that was her own cool shout out.
Travis wanted you said you have the space station. He wanted the space station. My friend, he's not here, and I don't know where Magic Lasso was. He told me he was going to come, but my friend Magic Lasso, the comic book guru, actually has the Batman ornaments for this year. They were like from Batman '66. If you're a fan of the TV show, they look really good.
Oh yeah, I like that.
They look really good. That's one of the things on my list when I come out to California. Somebody told me that my friend Nikki knows where the Batcave is.
Yeah, I want to see that. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, no, you can come with us.
Yeah,
I think I'll talk about adding you to the list. You're just not going to want to come horseback riding, so no. So we'll figure something out. But no, that's part of what we're going to do. We're going to be hanging out in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah, I'm really close.
Oh yeah, you can meet us for a coffee hour.
I was walking yesterday at this really cool place that I can't remember the name of, Franklin Canyon. It was really nice.
We'll have to talk because that's one of the things I told Randy. I like. Well, I think I told you this too. I want to go walk up by the Hollywood sign. I have to do the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
Have to do the walking. Have to do Malibu. So yes, I am turning this into the travel podcast because I am so excited. Like I said, don't know. God forbid something happens worse with COVID and California gets even more locked down, but. Right now, it looks like I'm going to be ringing in the new year. That's the only thing that sucks. See, I got to say this. We're probably going to be wrapping it up soon, but I do have to say this. I was so excited about doing my birthday in Vegas because Vegas is 3 hours behind us. And I was thinking I get to be young for 3 extra hours. I get to stay my same age for 3 extra hours. Okay. That was exciting. That was cool. Didn't happen. I was stuck here.
And you're 3 years older.
Shut up. So, but now I have to go out to California and I'm going out for New Year's, which means that technically I will be stuck in 2020 for an extra 3 hours as opposed to if I was here.
I think you're overthinking this.
Not overthinking it. It's going to be worth it though. Because, I mean, if you have to stare at 4 walls on New Year's Eve, at least it'll be a different 4 walls. That's what I'm telling everybody.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, hold on. You could wear your Star Trek uniform and go to Vest.
I was just there recently. It's pretty cool.
Is it? I do actually have a TOS red dress. So
Oh yeah, I've seen a picture.
that's you didn't see it in person. It was on the cruise.
Oh yeah, I saw it in person, not a picture.
Yeah, and Nico did my hair. You know, I had my hair all up in that cool style.
Mine can only hold so much information.
I know.
Yeah, I remember. I thought it was a picture, but you're right.
That actually might not be a bad idea, Travis. I can add that to the list because I'm looking for things to do, and that's outside, so it's not, and it's Star Trek related. Yeah. So
and you could park right next to the main cliff where they shot the arena and everything. So.
Oh, that's so cool.
On the Elizabeth on the talk, she was nervous when I reached out to her, Elizabeth Dennehy, and said she sent me a message and said, I'm not a big sci-fi or Star Trek person, so you're not gonna. I looked at your kind of what your idea was for this, and I don't know if I'm qualified to have this conversation. And I said, well, no, just talk about what you know. So the first thing I said was, can you please tell me the episode numbers that you appeared in? And just to mess with her, it was really funny.
I do. I am working on a Star Trek guest for this month. Haven't quite got it nailed down yet. I'm still going to bug you because I still want Chase to come on.
She will.
Because Chase has an open invitation.
Yeah, it's just been a crazy week. So
I know. We were talking about maybe she could come on tonight, but right now she's stranded at LAX. So.
No, I think she's out of LAX now.
Oh, is she?
The first time being on a plane since we got back from the cruise. So.
Oh wow, that must have been
I haven't left LA since then.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Well, it's different. It's different for me living on the East Coast because I can be in another state in 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So
I could have went to San Diego or something for a weekend, but then I thought I'm gonna stay in a hotel or an Airbnb, and I don't know. I decided not to, so I haven't left home.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. When my birthday stuff got canceled, I went down to Atlantic City for an overnight. So I drove down on my birthday and I got myself a room at Bally's that overlooked the ocean. It was really nice. But yeah, I mean, it's all the rooms are hermetically sealed and housekeeping and everything. So
yeah,
I mean, and I was fine. So, but
one more thing. Can I say one more thing? I just thought of. I'm announcing another event tomorrow.
But you're not going to announce it here. You're not going to give anybody.
Okay, yeah, I can. Okay.
Okay.
So tomorrow, Alberto already made this really cool graphic. He does all of our designs. He's brilliant. I can say one little idea, and then he could turn it into the most cool graphic you can ever imagine. So I wanted to do. Before I was. That's your clue for what the next one's going to be. So before I watched Star Trek as a kid, I was watching these cartoons. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Thundercats. So I reached out to voice actors from the cartoons I watched as a kid. So I'm doing a voice actor good guys panel. I'm announcing it tomorrow. So there's a secret announcement. And I'll release that on the 20th, which is National Child's Day, which focuses on education starting at home.
You guys are awesome.
So I got some really exciting people. It was the most ridiculous experience to talk to these people. That were the voices of Transformers and G.I. Joes. And
that is so cool. I actually talked to somebody from Filmation that used to come to Philly for Wizard World, and I feel terrible because I can't remember his name right now. And he worked on He-Man, and I think it was one of the artists, and he was amazing. And I actually found a book that I got him to sign. My comic book guy was at Wizard World. He always has a booth, and he had a He-Man Filmation book. I'm like, how much is this? And he's like, $5. I'm like, here's the $5. And I run over to my guy who did my podcast back before with Star Trek. And I'm like, sign that book. It was so cool. And
Your He-Man book. Your He-Man book.
I have to go find it. It's my He-Man book. And I feel terrible. This guy was huge at Filmation. He worked on everything that you probably love, like He-Man and She-Ra and all this cool stuff. And now I'm drawing a complete blank, but he was just really cool. He was one of the first interviews I did back when before the podcast got Star Trek centric. So a million years ago, but that is awesome. I love voice acting. I've done a little bit.
listening to the rest of the things they did with their lives, directing and other acting, and some of the voices of the things they did, like you've heard all these voices from commercials and all these different things, and you never would have known it was them. So
right.
It's really fun to hear the things they did because I didn't know.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Raymond, thank you so much for finally deciding to do this with me, because this was so much fun. And don't forget, bekindmerch.org is where you can get all of these fabulous shirts. And like I said, you can get any of the designs and shirts and masks and hats, and just some. Get the Read Alert one, because, you know.
The Red Alert one is being posted right now.
Alberto was also the webmaster for you guys. So Alberto's doing that right now.
Shout out to Alberto.
Shout out to Alberto. We love you, Alberto. I can't wait to see you in a couple months, and Chase, maybe I'll cross paths with Chase.
Yeah, we see each other. Well, we'll see each other in a few minutes probably, but we're social distance. We wave across parking lots. That's it.
Yeah, well, you can
the
wait.
Person I think I've seen this whole time.
Wait, say that again?
That's the only person I've really seen this whole time.
She's in your pod now.
It's true.
She's in your pod.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, guys, as always, thank you so much for joining me here. Oh, wait. Okay. Yep. You know what? I am terrible about signing off and then like missing like one or two last comments. So I didn't want to make sure I saw everything that Travis had to say. Thank you, as always, for everybody for being here. I had so much fun, as always, talking. Raymond, thank you for joining me. Listen, I am going to be here every Monday live, 10 East. So I will see you all next week. And until then, live long and prosper.
Hey, this is Connor Turner. You've been listening to the NX7062 podcast with Stephanie. Enjoy your evening.
We're done?